Hi everyone, and the Blue Bridge back with another video for you guys. And today I'm going to be talking about Chelsea's woes. Is it as bad as some of us think, or are we overreacting? So at the end of the day, first things first, we're in a results business, and the results at the moment are not looking good, let's be honest. But there has been this big overreaction from our fan base, and not only our fan base, there's pundits as well who are saying that Chelsea are in a poor state, in a worse state than Manchester United. I disagree on that one. I'll give you my reasons why in a minute. And it's all looking doom and gloom for Chelsea. And what a difference a week makes. Last week we are talking about how Chelsea ran Arsenal ragged, and but for a mistake by the goalkeeper, what a fantastic performance that was. Then we have a bad result against Brentford, and all of a sudden we are going to be relegated again. So that's the fickle nature of our fan base at the moment. I like to look at things holistically. I like to look at the big picture and what's going on. So some of the overreaction we've heard is, oh, Chelsea, we can't blame injuries. Come on, guys. What do you mean we can't blame injuries? And we can't blame it on the refereeing decisions. Of course we can. Let's take Saturday's game, for example. That game, the more I look at it now, and I saw that Raheem Sterling, the push by the in his back, and why did Sterling go down? He had no reason. This is ball coming right to his head, and he falls, and VAR have a look at it and decide it's not a penalty. And what makes it worse was watching the Manchester derby and Rodri. There was one on Rodri which wasn't even the push wasn't even as blatant, I don't think, as the one we saw on Saturday, and that was given as a penalty. And the inconsistency of the referee infuriates me. Not only would we have had a penalty, but because it was preventing a clear goal scoring opportunity, then he would have had a red card as well. That's why I think they didn't give it. They bottled it on for two reasons: one for the penalty, and one for that they'd had to send off the Brentford player. And not guaranteed that we score the goal, but with 10 men with Brentford, as I said, it's not guaranteed that we got the win, but it's more likely that we get the win under those circumstances. And that decision turned the game. And we've had a few decisions like that this season and even with things not going our way, rub the green. Like, for instance, you look at the Bournemouth game, the shot by Raheem Sterling, had it gone the other side of the post, you're talking about a victory in that game. Missed penalty at West Ham. So there's fine margins, and we're not playing badly. We are in patches. We're playing well. We're not playing perfect at the moment, and that's to be expected, especially with a new side. But we're not playing badly. It's just those fine margins, and most of these are not going our way. On another occasion, we will be 5 or 6 more points up rather than where we are at the moment. So that's that first thing out of the way. And injuries. Okay, some things that we can play. Why are we getting so many injuries? Is it something that some injuries are impact ones, some are muscular ones? Can these be avoided? Can the club do better? Because we're in a momentum, and what happened? No Enzo Fernandez, no Mikhailo Modric, and that's sort of disrupted. And plus with Chukwuemeka out as well, we didn't look a great unit on as good as we did against Arsenal the week before, and that's obviously because of the personnel that was missing. And I've heard some people saying that one person doesn't make a difference. Again, that's a load of nonsense, because had we had Nkunku in the side, I think we'd have been scoring a lot more goals. And I was saying in my match review the other day that we need a difference maker, and we've probably already got this difference maker. If you're looking at the way that he performed in the Bundesliga and in France, this Nkunku could be our difference maker. He could be the one who turns the 0-0s into 1-0s, or the 1-0 we're losing 1-0 to 1-1 draws or something, he could be that player for us. And for those who say that one player don't make a difference, let me just bring you a couple of examples. I think I used the Rodri one a couple of weeks ago. Rodri was out for 2 games with Man City. They lost both of them. Rodri's back. He wins the penalty, and he was instrumental in that Manchester derby win. If we look at our season under Sarri, and a lot of people are saying that Sarri was effective for us, but take out Eden Hazard in that season, and we're finishing 7th or 8th. Here's why. In that season, we scored 63 goals. And out of those 63 goals, 31 of those goal contributions came from Eden Hazard with either a goal or an assist. That's half the goals that we scored that season. Take him out for the majority of that season, we're not finishing in the top 4. There's no one else who was stepping up to the plate. And he bailed Sarri out in many occasions. Okay, he didn't play a lot of the Europa League, but in the final, he was the difference maker as well against Arsenal, scoring 2 goals in that game. So one player can make a big difference. And we're missing not only one key player, we're missing 2 or 3 key players in our side at the moment. So when those players come back, if they stay fit, again, that can be the difference maker in our season. And a lot of fans as well, people are complaining about the fact that we were better off with some other managers, like Tuchel and everything else. But if I go back to Tuchel's season when we scored 76 goals, I think 30 of those goals, it could be more, at least 30 of those goals came from set plays. From open play, we only scored about 40 goals from open play. That's not sustainable neither. So even had we had him in charge, would it have made any difference? Because again, his issue was unlocking doors for stubborn defences as well. So, and he couldn't really get Lukaku firing as a striker. And we had some firepower back then. Only time since Eden Hazard had left that we've scored quite a lot of goals, not relying on set plays, was under Frank Lampard. And that's when we had a goal scorer, which a lot of our fan base ridiculed in, calling him Tippy Tappy or whatever, in Abraham, because he scored 16 league goals that season. And since then, we've had none of our, I think Mason Mount in that season, well, I'm talking about with Tuchel, he scored 11 goals that season. But I think a couple were penalties as well. One was free kick, or 2 were free kicks. So even a few of those were set plays as well. But no striker has scored double figures since Tammy Abraham. So if we want to criticise a team, criticise us for not having a clinical edge, not having a proper elite striker. Yeah, well, I'll go with that. But but apart from that, I think we are a little bit overreacting a bit. And as I said, I can understand, because the results ain't going our way. People are always looking for someone to blame, but I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be. I could be proved wrong, but let's see when all our players come back. Hopefully they stay healthy. Fingers crossed that they stay healthy towards the end of the season. And I still think that we can, top 4 is getting a bit tricky now. But if we go on a run, take Aston Villa, for example, last season, where they were in a worse position than we are, or similar position, and they nearly made it into the top 4. Top 4 with the way the other teams are performing, going to be tight. But I think we can finish 6th, even 5th, maybe, creeping 5th. But I think we can go on a run and finish 6th this season. Mark this video, come back to me if I'm wrong. I don't mind, and just give me all the abuse that you want to give me if I am wrong. But I do strongly believe that we can finish in the top 6 this season. So, guys, do you agree with me or not? Am I talking nonsense? Am I being too optimistic? Is the situation worse than what I think it is? Stick your reasons in the comment section below, and don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, let me be notified every time I make any video. So take care for now. Bye bye.